Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now I'm taking a look at the Commodore Amiga version of International Karate Plus, shortened to IK Plus. Released in 1988, courtesy of System 3. Archie McLean, who would later go on to do the likes of Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker and, quite understandably, Archie McLean's Pool, was one responsible for the lion's share of this game's creation. And you can see there are lots of different little bits, bobs that you can do during gameplay. Such as changing aspects of the background or sometimes the foreground. So I'm the one in the white, so what you've got to do, at the top of the screen there, each of the three combatants or karateka have 6 circles, and what you're trying to do is fill those up, fill all 6 of those up, or have more than, ideally have more than the other 2 players. If you have less than both CPU players, you'll be out and it'll be game over. You get a clean hit, preferably on an opponent that's facing you, will get you, usually result in you getting 2 filled-in circles, but one in which your opponent's not facing you, or not such a clean hit, will very likely only get you 1, and you also don't get as many points. The only real exception to the number of points is with the move called the double head kick, where he does splits in the air. Now this is where I have to deflect as many of these balls with my shield as I can. This is actually hard, and it sounds, sometimes it's a little bit hard to read the trajectory of the ball's bounces. So you use the joystick or joypad to determine whether or not you want the shield held high, medium or low, and whether or not it's to the left or right. And you get a survival bonus if you manage to get through the whole run of balls without getting knocked down. The moment a ball hits you, the bonus stage ends and it's back to regular fighting. And as you can see, it's getting faster. And you see my white belt changed to yellow. Every so often you grade and you get different coloured belts all the way up to black. Most of the moves are done. Most of the combat moves are done with by doing a different direction with or without the fire button. Oh dear. The time ran out there, but I win because I filled in 4 circles, whereas the other 2 only filled in 2. Yes, now I've got the green belt. I bet people wish it was that easy. There's the Pac-Man in the background on the left of the screen that was crawling out from underneath that bench. Yeah, I stayed in because I wasn't last. Red one didn't manage to hit anyone, so didn't fill in any of his 6. Now this is the other bonus stage where I kick bombs off before they explode. Again, it does get gradually harder as you progress through. The fuses become quicker before the bomb explodes. And it's not the bonus stage only ends if a piece of the bomb actually hits you, or if you're caught in the blast. If a bomb explodes but doesn't actually hit you, that doesn't end the bonus stage. See, although the bombs exploded, none of the actual shrapnel hit me, so that's fine. Oh god, that was close. Sometimes if you're lucky you can position yourself in such a way that you can knock... Oh damn it, that hit my fingers. But that was only a bonus stage. Yes. You can also set the game to 5 different speeds. This is normal, but you've got 2 slower speeds, which are either yawn or boring, or you've got 2 faster ones, which are swift and turbo. Oh dear. Oh, nice. And anyone who's familiar with certain films will realise that the sound effects have been digitised from Enter the Dragon. Oh dear. Oh, nice. Yeah, managed to win that one. And you get a time bonus if you manage to get the if you're the winner at the end of a round without the timer running out. Now those balls that have keep changing colours, their trajectory changes pretty much every time they hit the ground. You just never know what they're going to do. They're completely unpredictable. You just have to be prepared for them and hope. Oh damn it! There's such a gorgeous animation in the background. Look at where that water's reflecting the sunset. See, that was it. That was it. Oh, you scum! You can block in this, but the block only works if the state. Oh no! If the state of play suggested. I'm not knocked out because I filled 1 circle and blue didn't fill any. So if I don't fill in as many of my circles as the others, then I'm out. Oh damn it! Or if it's a fairly simple premise, but it's so much fun. Oh, yeah. If both have 4, like was the case there, then luckily both scored the same number of actual points. But had it scored more than had red scored more than me in terms of actual points, not in the circles filled out, then that would have been game over. It's simple, but it's a simple game, but it's a lot of fun, especially if you manage to get a second player to control the red player. Oh, get away from that and that. I wasn't going anywhere near those; they wouldn't have got. I can't get to both of those. God, that was lucky. Such a great sound effects sample from Enter the Dragon. Survival bonus there. Oh, got a different coloured belt again. I think that's brown, but there are times when it looks a bit orange. Yes. Oh, this is such a class game. And if you press the J button like that, you can change the colour of the master's, the sensei's gi. Oh, damn it. I love the sound effects. They're just the sound effects are just so cool. Oh gosh, I'm going to be knocked out in a minute. Oh, damn it. Oh, I'm out. I've only filled 2 circles, and the others were 5 and 6, so that's game over. such a great game though. Oh man, oh, it's brown. It tells you what belt colour you reached. So that's International Karate Plus for the Commodore Amiga. A simple, fairly early game in the Amiga's life, but it's, even though the graphics look a little bit on the crude side by today's standards, they're still incredibly charming. And the backgrounds, oh, they're just gorgeous, and the way they manage to get so much detail in there. Sometimes you see things like a fish jumping out of the water, or a submarine poke its periscope out, or little details like that. Or like you saw the occasional moment where you see Pac-Man going for in the middle background. And even things like birds flying in the distance and so forth. Nice graphics. Sound, well, nice crisp, clear sound effects, most of which have been taken from Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon film. I've just set this demo mode to turbo, so that's the fastest speed. You can actually play it at that speed. Or you can try to. Obviously it's a lot harder if you get far less time to react. The animation is really nice as well. Oh, everything, pretty much everything about this game looks and sounds absolutely great. Gameplay, well, it's simple but effective. Occasionally there are moments when it doesn't quite do the move you wanted it to do. That can occasionally be an issue when using one button sticks. As far as I know, IK Plus doesn't cater for controllers with 2 or more independent fire buttons. Well, it would only been 2 at the time. It wasn't until the CD32 came out that there was a controller for these kinds of machines that had more than just 2 independent fire buttons. But IK Plus is a lot of fun. It looks and sounds great, and it's just great. It's just great all round, really. So I'm going to give International Karate Plus for the Commodore Amiga 8 out of 10. It is absolutely endearing and enjoyable and a lot of fun, especially if you can get a second player to control the karateka in the red gi. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.